Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hey, I'm going to be talking about going to Mars and new phones from Google. So stick around. Hey guys, Garnie here. Thanks again for joining me on this Wednesday. Sorry it's a little late, but I thought I'd just share a couple of interesting tidbits that really perked my interest today. How would you like to go to Mars by 2022? Yeah, it's just around the corner. 6 years away. Would you like to get on a rocket to go to Mars? That's what Elon Musk wants to have happen. In fact, he did a conference with a bunch of very smart people, astronauts, and people who actually work with astronauts and things like that. He actually presented his vision of going to Mars by 2022. Now that's 3 years faster than his previous predictions from last year. And what's interesting about that, he wants to use the same reusable rocket technologies that his company, SpaceX, provides. Now, if you don't know who Elon Musk is, he is known as the internet likes to call him, he is the modern day Tony Stark. And the cool thing about it, he owns this company called Tesla. Yeah, the car company. And he also owns SpaceX. And if you don't know who SpaceX is, I highly recommend that you get out there and take a look at them. And they're the ones who actually launched a rocket into the atmosphere, and it landed on its own on a platform in the sea. Yeah, a platform floating in the sea and a rocket landing on it. Yeah, on its own, which I find fascinating. I mean, there's a lot of false starts. There were a lot of false issues. There were lots of crashes. But you know what? They finally did it. And it just shows the ingenuity and the passion that Elon Musk has. And yeah, he started Tesla, and it is taking off. It is now an ongoing, rolling company with great technologies that are out there. Not just electric cars, but battery-powered solutions for homes and things like that. I mean, a true visionary. Now he's thinking about space. And because of the success he has with Tesla, can you imagine the success he's going to have or push for space travel for consumers? Now, obviously, the first few flights are going to be pretty expensive and it's going to be pretty risky, but it's just amazing that just around the corner he's looking at going to Mars. To me, it opens up a whole new realm, whole new industry. I mean, yes, there are a few companies that are out there. I know Jeff Bezos has a company. He's the owner of Amazon. I know Michael Dell's invested in it. All these large billionaires, they're actually invested in technologies for space exploration. But Elon Musk is the guy who would stand up and say, I'm going to do this. Richard Branson is also in this space. I mean, come on, guys. I mean, you're talking about space travel. These guys are on the leading edge, and they're setting the vision, they're setting the tempo, and they're making things happen. I mean, it's coming, and it will be around. It will be here before we know it. So get out there and take a look at it. I mean, space travel for me is just an amazing thing. I would just love to get up there. Yeah, I'm claustrophobic, but you know what? I think I can get over my claustrophobia if I have to be in a spacesuit to go in the atmosphere to see the curvature of the Earth and to be in space and things like that. That, to me, is just, I think that would be wonderful. Another thing, I provide links down below from that interview that he did with The Guardian. The Guardian did an article of his presentation to the astronauts. I'll put that link down below. Another thing I want to talk about, October 4th is going to be a special day for me. And the reason why, no, it's not my birthday. I already had my birthday. No, it's not my wife's birthday. October 4th. And oh, by the way, happy birthday, Google. Your 10th year anniversary. Google is announcing on October 4th a few new products, which has piqued my interest. And one of those things is called the Google Pixel phone. Yeah, see, I have a Nexus 6P. I've been a fan of the Nexus phone line from Google for many, many years. I've been an Android user, for a long time. And to have Google come out with a new line of phones, and in fact, they're going to stop the Nexus line. They're no longer coming. And so if you don't know what the Nexus line is, Google has a line of phones called the Nexus. And basically they're supposed to be cutting edge phones that set the standard for phones going forward. And it's really meant for people who are developers who would extend the capabilities of the phone and who really like to do experimentations or like to be on the bleeding edge like me. So Pixel is a departure from that. Pixel is going to be Google's own line of phones. Now, of course, they're going to have another company help them make it. They're not a manufacturing company, but they're going to contract the manufacturing of this Pixel phone. And what's interesting thing is just the name Pixel. If you know Google, there's already a line of products from Google called Pixel already, and that's its Chromebooks. And the Chromebooks are basically those light cloud-based laptops that are out there. My kids have them. Both my kids have a Chromebook, and they love them because they're light, they're small, and they do exactly what they need when they need it. They're cloud-based, and perfect for students. The challenge with that is that now you got a Pixel line with two different devices that have two different operating systems, and they're not tied in. See, what I like about the Apple line is that Apple, you have iOS on their iPhone, and you got iOS on the iPad, and that's a single environment, single platform for the. Microsoft has done the same thing with their phones and their tablets, so which is kind of cool. Now, Google is late to the game. They don't have a cross-platform environment. They just have the Android operating system, and they allow other. Google did come up with a tablet 2 years ago called the Nexus 9, and of course it used Android, and of course I had the Nexus 6P. But yeah, you could say it's there, but now Google is moving to the laptop world with a Chromebook, and now you got this Chromebook, and that's a Pixel, and you got this phone that's named a Pixel, but there are two different devices, two different OSs, and that kind of makes me think what's going to happen in the future. So let me depart from that to the next thing that's going to happen on October 4th with Google's announcement. They're going to come out with this thing called Google Home. Yeah, Home. If you don't know what that is, let me. How many of you guys know what an Amazon Echo is? An Amazon Echo is a cylinder device. Basically it's like a large can sitting on your counter or on your shelf, and it basically is always on listening. And the device's name is Alexa, and it has a nice lady's voice on it, and it's your voice-assisted product for the house from Amazon. So you can always go say, "Hey Alexa, what's the weather?" And Alexa will respond with the weather. You can say, "Hey Alexa, because it's tied to your Amazon Prime account, hey Alexa, reorder paper towels," and it will reorder paper towels for you. Those kind of things. It's a personal assistant for your home, and it's been out for the past couple of years. It can also control lights and things like that. And so Google is coming out with their Google Home product. So now you got one of the largest retail companies that are out there that has a product that's out there, and the largest search companies that are going to provide you the same type of service. Now, you would say, well, Amazon should win because they've been in the business longer. No, Amazon is just giving you a little hockey puck or a little cylinder to put on your table to do what Google's been doing for years upon years. In fact, you ever pull up your cell phone and hit the Google search bar, hit that speaker on there and says, "Hey Google, can you find me? Google, what kind of rating is this restaurant? Google, navigate to so and so." Yeah, they already are doing that. They already have the infrastructure. They already have the technology. They just don't have a device that sits on your shelf at home. So they're extending their platform from the phone and tablets and even the Google search bar on your desktop to be an appliance sitting on your shelf, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, the Echo Dot was kind of cool, and I have one. It's sitting out there right now, and I can control my lights with it. I can ask it for weather. But now it's going to be, if I get the Google Home product, it's going to be tied to the Google ecosystem that I have today. Think about that. I mean, how many things we do today with Google? Well, I do with Google. I mean, I've got my Docs accounts, my Google Drives, my photos, my obviously all my contacts, my calendars. Everything is all tied in there, including the music that I use. Amazon, I just have my Prime account and my, just Prime. That's it. Oh yeah, I use some music, but it's not as extensive as my Spotify or Google Music platform. Yeah, so that's pretty interesting. Anyway, guys, I'll just share that with you. Hopefully you're having a great day. I'll put links in below for the 2 articles I've read these things on. Hopefully, if you want to find out more information. And you know what? Do me a favor, guys. Hit that like button if you like what you see here or like what you're hearing. And most of all, if you're new to my channel, come on, hit that subscribe button. Come on, join me for this ride, and let's have some fun together. And until then, guys, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.